Alright, hopefully my phone's recording because it just did an upgrade and it's not been going well, nothing works. But I am taking another stab at the Steam and home streaming project, and I've tested two machines so far, or this will be the second machine here. So what's happening is I'm trying to find the fastest, or I'm trying to locate or get on information on how slow or fast the client needs to be to stream video. Now, the machine that you're seeing this run on, the back end, is a pretty powerful machine. 7970, 8 core processor, 16 gigs of RAM. Windows 7, 8 core processor, I think I said that already. So I play games on this every day. I play Battlefield 4 at this on this system, and it doesn't hiccup. So the skipping you're seeing is actually it trying to send a video stream to here. And as you notice, this machine is being bogged down by this machine here. Now, it doesn't have a keyboard on it. I got this machine for free. I take care of my machines. This is just one I received from a user who didn't want it anymore. It was unrepairable. Something on the motherboard got screwed up, and you can't really put a keyboard on it anymore. But I forgot what machine I tried. Oh, yeah, I tried my old Dell D820 with the NVIDIA Quadro in it. Didn't work out that well. It was really bad performance. I just tried Stanley Parable, and I'm trying this game here. We'll just hit continue, and you'll just see how slow it is. What's happening, what I'm guessing is it's sending the video stream over to this machine, but the machine's so slow. Now, on this machine, I'm not getting any of that slow display, slow encode, so I forgot how you bring up the statistics for the network statistics. I actually forgot how you did that, and I don't, what is it? Control F12? Control? It's like F2 or something. I don't know. But, I'm just going to play using this system here. Now, you see how choppy it is, right? I mean, it's really not that good. This is terrible. I can barely see what I'm doing. Now, I am running at 1080p here, but I was playing the Stanley Parable, and I was running at 1366 by 768, and the performance was terrible. So we're gonna try bumping down the resolution by a whole lot here. Video. And I mean, because this is a 1080p stream. There's no real-time rendering happening here in terms of effects, and there's no real-time rendering happening on this on the client side. It's just getting a video stream. So let's go ahead, drop the resolution down to something very draconian, and we are going to. Oh, will it not let me change it? Oh, that's weird. Oh, there it is. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do that one. Let's go old school, CRT style. And we'll say yes. See, this monitor will scale up, will scale the screen. It'll just stretch it. But over here, everything is cropped and small. But as you can see, it still runs like crap. So, this is what we're going to do next. We're going to drop all effects. I'm destroying my game now. But, oh, VSync is on. Turn it off, please. Maybe that'll help. Nope, not at all. Okay. That typically slows down any gameplay if your card's not up to it. But as you can tell, I had the settings pretty maxed out. Oh, except for the field of view for some reason. But, oh, wow. Yeah. Pretty maxed out. Because this system can handle it, but when you're streaming it over to some system that's older... Now, this system here, I forgot to talk about the specs. It's a Core 2 Duo. Core 2 Duo T6600. I don't remember what Intel video card it is, but I'll check that out with you on video here. We'll just check the device manager, and I guess you guys can do the research for me. But it's got an Intel something video card, display device. It's not a gaming machine. Now, when this machine came out, it was probably a $1,000 machine in its current configuration, because some of the features on this laptop, like eSATA, which was like a big thing back in 2009, 2008. Alright, let's turn all this down. So yeah, I'm taking another stab at this in-home streaming because I want to build one. I want to build a proper one, and I've been trying to build a proper one since the first video. Okay, so how does it run? It's still absolutely crappy. Now, to my knowledge, this is the Gigabit NIC here, so there shouldn't be any problems with streaming to this machine. It should be able to handle it. So I'm just a little bit confused on why the performance absolutely sucks. So let's go take a look at the machine specs here. Now, my machine over there, my media center PC for my room, that's got a Radeon 7770 in it. It's got a why is TFTP server trying to run? It's got a I lost my train of thought. Radeon 7770, dual core AMD Athlon processor. It's like, it's not the updated one. It's the older one on the FM2 socket. It's got 2 gigs of RAM. But if I play games over there on those 2 gigs of RAM, it's amazing. It plays great. I play Borderlands 2 over there. When the game starts, it's a little slow, but once everything's loaded into memory, it flies. I can play GTA 4 over there. I can stream to that machine, no problem. Flawless. Maybe I'll actually do a video on that. It's flawless when I'm streaming to that machine over there. So, and that same cable that's connected to that machine for streaming is actually, that's not the same physical cable. This is another cable I got for a network phone, an IP phone. So maybe it's down to the cable, but I don't think the cable's the problem. But you know what? To rule that out, let's do this on camera. Alright. Yep, you guys are going to see me troubleshoot. Yay. Oh boy, I got quite a mess back here. And I'm wondering if this will let me pull the cable just enough that I can plug it in. Make sure we get connectivity. Oh. Oops. This is the media center end. I didn't think that through. Okay, never mind. That means I'll have to... Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, I just had to move the laptop across the room and plug it into where the media center was plugged into. So right now the cable that's plugged into the laptop, the Ethernet cable, is the one usually going into the media center PC. It's not the best setup. It's sitting on top of my subwoofer, so we're going to be in a little corner for the moment. But I'm trying to... Let's go ahead and stream the game again. We're rolling out the cable. That's why I did this. So we'll just hit play. I guess that's... I don't even know where the mouse is. Oh, that's not right. I don't know what just happened, but I can't control the game. We'll just hit play over here. Alright. There we go. Okay, so these are still at the settings I was running them at. This always happens when I start the game and the system's not fast enough to stream it. It locks up, like, at the startup. I don't know if it's like the speed of the image and it can't capture all the frames, but it actually slows down the rendering on the... That my keyboard's not working anymore. You know, this is why you don't use wireless mice and wireless peripherals. See, I'm going to keep the camera rolling because you guys get to see everything I got to see when I was troubleshooting this thing initially. The first time I started doing this, I had computer parts all over the place because I had ordered some new parts. And, come on. Yeah, see, it's still like that. Like I said, this is not fun when you're trying to get Steam and home streaming working. Because when I first did it, Steam and home streaming was fairly new, but it was broken in. It's well broken in now, and it's not working that well. Because I think I can move the mouse. I can clearly move the mouse. I can click with the mouse. Keyboard's not working. It's locked. It locked out my keyboard ability. Oh, yep, the freaking keyboard works. You see, it just brought me back to Windows. So this is the little stuff you got to deal with. Steam and home streaming is not all it seems to be. It's got bugs out the wazoo. Nothing tends to work no matter what you throw at it. And this is a fairly nice system. 2.5 gigahertz processor. I mean, it's an old Core 2 Duo, but you know, it should be able to do, and it runs Windows 7 perfectly. It's got 4 gigs of RAM, but you know, it's all down to the video card and processor. I did check the processor's load, and it wasn't peaking at all. It was like 30, 40, maybe 50%, but that's it. That's it. It wasn't spiking up to 100 like my Dell was. My Dell was basically slammed. It was slammed at 100% all the time. So. And then on the screen, I was getting slow decode, slow display, which told me the video card was no good. It couldn't handle it. So, any day now. Sorry we're crammed in a corner here, but I'm just troubleshooting or figuring out what could possibly be the issue in this particular case. Okay, so it looks like it's still not running the way I want it to run. Yep. See how it's still choppy? So, you know, it looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit more playable. That didn't make sense, but it's more playable than it was before. But, let's see. But there's still a lot of lag. But I'm not getting any of those warnings like slow display. This is weird. So, it might have been the cable. It might have been the cable that was slowing down my initial performance. So, what I would recommend, buy a quality cable. Get yourself a nice Cat 6 cable. Make sure you're on a gigabit Ethernet. Intel, I would recommend Intel's NICs, because I think this one has an Intel. Nope, I think I'm wrong. I think it has you know what? We never looked at that video card. So let's do that now before I end this video. Manage. So let's kind of get over to the computer. No, this computer doesn't have Camtasia on it. This is one I had just sitting in the basement for a while, acting as the downstairs media center PC. But you know, it's not being used like that. So I would rather have it used for something else, like Steam and home streaming. But that's not working. So an Intel mobility or mobile Intel Series 4, blah 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 blah. Probably nothing worth, you know, trying the game on. So that worked, but it didn't work. Not the way I wanted it to. I wanted it to be a smooth 30 frames per second. I needed to be 720p or better, and we were running at a draconian resolution. That's not going to work. So my solution now is to contact Steam. I'm gonna send them an email. You know, I'm used to these emails here. I work and I must send a million emails a day, but I'm gonna send them an email and try to get an answer on what would be the best hardware, because I looked online, but there's not much information online. You know, the people, I mean, I've seen videos online, but people are using like overkill workstations as clients. Like their back end is something like a Titan X, which will like pretty much start a car. I mean, that's a powerful video card. But then their clients, like their front ends, are freaking quad core Intel i7s with 8 gigs of RAM and a NVIDIA GTX 980 as a front end. Or they'll have a gaming laptop like an Asus ROG, whatever. So I don't have that luxury to be buying gaming laptops for clients. I think that's just, first of all, waste of resources, and second of all, too much damn money. So how do I quit? How do I quit? How do I quit? Okay, I don't know how to do this. I don't use big picture. But I would like to email Steam, and I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure that out later, and figure out what would be the best hardware. I don't get much, you know, I don't get a million views a day, but the people who are viewing this video, if you've personally used Steam in home streaming, don't give me any suggestions if you've never used it, because that's not going to work. I'm trying to get this thing up and going. The plan is that machine there will be rebuilt in terms of its the hardware, except for the motherboard. I'm going to put a 7970 in there because I know this is a proven setup, so I want to use the same hardware. Sorry about the light. Oh, jeez, this is terrible. So there's the video card in there. You can't really see it, but I want to use a 7970, 4 gigs of RAM. That'll work fine. DDR3, and the motherboard in there is some old ASRock motherboard, but that'll do. Quad-core processor, and I know that'll work. So that's the plan. That's going to be the server soon. That laptop I was just playing with is going to be the new client for either this room or the media room that I'm preparing. And yeah, so I'm going to send them an email, see if they have a suggestion. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments. But only people who have Steam and home streaming and is doing the same thing I'm doing, who's trying to get this thing working and finally got it working. And they can give me some professional advice on how to get this working. I'm a tech, I can do research, but if I've been messing with this since last summer. If you watch the video timestamp, I think I uploaded that sometime this year, I can't remember. But if you look on the screen, there should be a date and time somewhere on the Windows computer I was working on. I was messing around with that during the summer. So it's now the next summer, and I still haven't found a solution. A cheap solution. Now that I'm throwing money into a new Steam backend client like this one, because this is proven to work. 7970 quad-core processor, 16 gigs of RAM. I'm going to build that same exact setup, except with 4 gigs of RAM, which would be fine. I mean, yeah, that'll be fine. So that's it. That's it. Another Steam and home streaming video, and I'm speechless right now because I'm trying to think of possible solutions. I'm trying to think of what I did wrong. But oh wow, that was awesome. Got distracted, just that easy. So anyway, leave your comments, and hopefully I have another video soon with this all together and working.